How y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing good out there. I love y'all so much. So I've heard a lot in the comments that a lot of us feel sorry for the women and men that are going to come in contact with these narcs that we've dealt with in our past. And I absolutely do. I do feel sorry for the ones who are going to try to give this narc that I was with all of their love. They're going to try to solve all of their problems and think that if they love them more than the last person loved them, or not do the things that the other person done to them, that they're going to love them somehow. I feel sorry because I was once that person. I thought that after hearing all the stories of how people mistreated him and did this to him and did that to him, that if I did something different than everybody else, that he will love me differently. Not at all. The same game that he played on me, he been playing with all those other women, and he's gonna play the same game with the new women that come along, and it's just gonna keep going on and on and on and on, because they have to have supply. They cannot get the things that they're trying to come up on. They can't come up on them by themselves. So they need somebody to do all of these things and supply them with everything that they need to keep surviving in this life, because they can't do it. They're not capable. They're just not. This man, if God would have allowed me to do the things that my kind heart wanted to do for this man, I would be in a much, much terrible place than I am right now. I promise you I would have, because I was willing to get this man a truck. Let's just go ahead and be honest about it. You know what I'm saying? I loved him that much. I wanted to see him thrive in his business. I wanted to see him thrive as a person. But the whole thing is that I can't want it more than him. He has to want it himself. He don't want it like that. He want it already done. So he gonna get with another woman who got their own place. He gonna get with another woman who has their own car. He's gonna get with another woman who has her own money, because when his little money runs out, he needs to spend your money. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't see it that way in the beginning, because in the beginning he was raking it out on me. It wasn't nothing that I could ask for or anything that I wanted for. He was just doing things out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? He was making things happen. And so for a minute there, I did think he was balling. But I wasn't looking at it like, oh, I'm finna spend all the daddy money. No, I wasn't looking at it like that. I'm looking at it like, okay, he financially set. Now let me work on myself. Let me get myself financially stable, so that way we can match and meet in the middle. The illusion that he had over me made me think that he had it all together. And that's the game they'll play with you. When he first comes in, he pretend like he got it all together. I can take care of you. I can take care of your sister. I can take care of your mama. I can take care of everybody with my money. But when I'm sitting back and looking back on his money situation, how you gonna do all that, sir? With that little money? Then had the nerve one time to tell me my little $500 at the time that I was making don't mount up to a hill of beans. But that little 500 got you a rental car, got you to where you need to go and back home and some. But my little $500 ain't worth it. It ain't nothing, because you get a little more than me. But turns out, all this time I had more money than him. He ain't got no money. But everybody he get with, he gonna make it seem like he got some money. So like that little check he gonna get in the beginning, because he always trying to move around around the time that check gonna fall. So that way when he comes in, he got money. But that money actually belongs to other responsibilities that he was supposed to be taking care of. But because he want to show you that he balling, he wants you to think that he got it all together, he's gonna spend that money that's supposed to go towards those responsibilities that he has, to make you feel like, oh, I got it together. I'm balling. I can take care of you. I can take care of whatever you got going on. Till it ain't no more money. And now he's sitting there like, well, dang, you ain't ready to start working yet. Like, when your money gonna come? Now you want to be all up in somebody else's pocket, because now you done spent all your money. And so he expecting the same back in return. You know what I'm saying? But the games that he's gonna play, all I could do is just pray that whoever he runs into after everything is all said and done, because if the other supply not working for him, he gonna have to find new supply, you know what I'm saying? But trust and believe, I wasn't the only one. He got more supplies that are older than, that he's dealt with longer than he's dealt with me. So once they all fall off, now he gotta look for new supplies. So all I can do is just pray that whoever he run across, hopefully they don't run across some of these videos, or maybe they're aware of narcissistic people are out there, because like your girl, I was lost in the sauce. Let me tell you, I ain't know nothing. I just thought the man was, I know he had sickle cell. I knew he had childhood trauma, you know what I'm saying? And so to me, I thought he was a normal person that can be helped, that wanted to be helped. They will pretend to want to be helped, and they don't. So that's how I was fooled, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I just walked in knowing, oh, he's a narc, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna go and get this narc, and give him my heart and let him just run it into the ground, and I'm gonna just keep trying to love him. No, it ain't like that. These people perform, they put on a show for you. They will become anybody they want to become to get you where they want you. And you don't know you being played with. You thinking, oh, bracelet got stuck on my hair. You thinking to yourself like, oh, this man really loves me. I'm doing better than the last woman that he was with. All of them little thoughts that I had going through my head, you'll be in the same place if you're not aware of what's going on. So all I can do is just pray that whoever he runs across next, that they're up on game and they're woke about the narcissistic relationships. Because if not, we're gonna have one more person that get ate up by this disease, and they're gonna go through all the emotions that we've went through. But to be honest, when you look at it, it's kind of hard, because once you done got a taste of the narc, it's like you hooked instantly. The games and everything can be going on, the chaos and all that, but you still can't find yourself to pull away. So you already sucked in by that point. So it's hard, it's sad to say that they're gonna have to go through the motions. They're gonna have to go through everything that we went through, because even if you run and tell them, hey, this guy's a narcissist, he's gonna do this, that, and the third to you. She's a narcissist, she's gonna do this, that, and the third to you. They're still gonna want to give them a chance, because some people think, well, just because they did it to you doesn't mean they're gonna do it to me. But when it comes to a narc, baby, yes, same thing he did to me, he gonna do to you, and same thing she did to me, she gonna do it to you. And it may be 10 times worse. Just depends on what what your thing is, because of course they can't play the same game on everybody, because they got to find out what your weak spot is. And once they find out what your weak spot is, they play on that super duper hard. So for me, him having sickle cell, anything to do with that, he know he had me wrapped around his finger with, because to me, I took it very seriously. And if I'm gonna be with him, I want to take the best of care of him, because I've never dealt with anybody who had sickle cell before, and didn't know a whole lot about it until I started dating him. And so I took it very seriously. He used it against me. So anytime he wanted to get out of something, he would fake a heart attack. He would run to the hospital and get himself admitted. And I would ask the doctors what's wrong with him. They'll tell me nothing. They can't find nothing that's wrong with him. His sickle cell is fine. Everything is fine. But that's a way of him punishing me. So he would go and get himself admitted into the hospital just to punish me for whatever. If, like, at that time he did that, I caught him in a lie. He did that to me 3 times when he got himself admitted. 3 times, because I caught him in a lie. And I wasn't going for it. So because I wouldn't go for it, he's like, well, I'm gonna make her pay for it. emotionally wise. He knew he was wrong his 2 left feet. But when it came to his sickle cell, I took it serious. And so it was easy for him to play on me with his sickle cell till I just didn't give a damn about his sickle cell no more. It just flat out got like that till I just didn't give a damn no more. I'm sorry to say. You know what I'm saying? And I don't... I'm not no cold, heartless person like that, but that's what he built. Though when somebody play on you with a certain thing too many times, the effect that it had on you before, it disappears. It no longer works on you anymore. You know what I'm saying? And so whoever the narc runs into after me, or have done ran into, baby, buckle up your seatbelt, because it's gonna be a long ride. You know what I'm saying? But I just pray that they get, you know, if they scroll through TikTok or YouTube or whatever, that they run across somebody's video, and that as soon as they start seeing these signs and red flags, that they can pinpoint what it is and they can go ahead and slide, baby. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it ain't easy to just walk away, but you can slide a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Slide until you all the way out. Because I know it ain't easy to just walk all the way out. You know what I'm saying? But slide as much as you can. Each red flag that you get, slide a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because once you change, everything around you changes. And so if you sit there and you continue to keep letting things go on, then now it's you allowing these things to keep going on. You know what I'm saying? But I know, I've been there. I've been in that fog. And I know it was so easy for me to say it was him. But I had to take some accountability for myself, because narcs don't take accountability. So by me taking accountability for the things that I allowed, because a narc gonna be a narc. They not gonna change for nobody. They gotta change for themselves. So I have to take the accountability that I chose to stay with him after finding out all of the things he's capable of doing, all the lies, all the cheating, all this, you know, all that stuff. I still chose to stay. So that's my accountability. But by me staying, I learned what I'm learning now. I learned so much by staying. I knew something was wrong with it. I just didn't know what was wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? What it was. Till I come on here and somebody mentions, have you ever looked up narcissism? And I'll be God dog. When I look it up, I'm like, this is what I've been dealing with. Everything that I done found out, all the red flags, all of the games, all of the stuff that they come with. It has happened to me. I got story after story after story, and there's so many stories that you think that these stories should just be rolling off of my tongue right now. But it's not, because I literally have to go back. And when I hear certain things, it triggers a memory of what I went through with the narc. You know what I'm saying? Some things I forgot about, some things I still remember. But it's so much. 4.5 years of going around in this cycle with this man has taught me a lot. So now, when I see these red flags pop up in anybody else, baby, it ain't gonna be nothing for me to be like, all right, all right, I'm gonna slide on out, baby. You can have that. I'm gonna go ahead and slide. No, you ain't gotta change. I'm just gonna move. That's it. You ain't got to do nothing. I'm just gonna move out your way. I'm gonna let you have that. That's all I'm gonna do. That's all I'm gonna do. I ain't making nobody change nothing, because I've learned now I can't make nobody change that don't want to change. So change myself, working on me, will help me protect my heart from being hurt. I'm so serious about this, y'all. I can't say it enough. We gotta protect our own hearts. We can't expect nobody else to do it. Ain't nobody gonna love you the way that you love you. I ain't know that. I'm learning. This journey pushed me into falling in love with myself. It may not do that for everybody, but for me, that's what it has done. It has pushed me to loving myself, because I am important. I deserve to be treated the way that I treat somebody else. I come with good intentions and a good heart. I expect the same, but we know everybody ain't gonna give us the same thing. So that's why we gotta learn how to slide out the way and let them do them. Let them do it till they satisfied. You ain't got to put up with it though. You ain't got to be in their life. You don't. That's what I had to learn. But to whoever deal with the narc that I had after me, baby, buckle up your seatbelt and get ready for the ride. And when you've had enough, say goodbye, cut all ties, and don't look back. Don't look back. It is crazy. You gonna spend some time crying. You gonna be stressed out. Might even create some anxiety in you. But you won't have to stay there. You don't. You have a choice. You have a choice to walk away. When you see them red flags, baby, slide on out the way. You can do it quietly. You can do it loudly. You can cry about it. You can do whatever you want to, but just slide out the way. Let them be by themselves. Let them go back to their normal circle and do all those foolish things that they was doing with them. You don't have to take it. You don't have to put up with it. I didn't feel like that. I just thought that everybody that I was with, I had to ride until the wheels fall off. Ain't no more ride until the wheels fall off. When the wagon starts shaking, baby, and it start getting bumpy, examine it. Because not every situation is meant to run from. Some situations you gotta face them head on, but you still gotta know when to move out the way and let it go. So you have to fill out your own situation. But I'm telling you, these narcs don't change. From what I'm finding in my research, they don't change. They have to want to change on their own. It ain't nothing you can do. You can't love them better to make them change. You can't give them more money to make them change. You can't have better sex to make them change. There's nothing you can do. They have to do it on their own. You will spend all your life, all your time, wasting it on them, trying to figure out how you can help them change the way that they acting. You're not. So the best thing to do is, if you don't like the way they treat you, maybe just slide on out the way. Because it ain't going to get no better. Each time I took this man back and let him back in my life, it got worse each time. He came back in a beautiful light in the beginning, only for a short period of time, only to go back to his dark ways. So I'm telling you, they'll keep pretending and keep pretending as much as you let them back in. I'm going to be good for a little while, but then eventually I'm going to bounce. I had a runaway. The narc I was dealing with, he would run at the drop of a dime. So, you know, I do feel sorry for the ones that come after me dealing with the narc that I had, because baby, him and his little sickle cell routine, and I was beaten till I almost passed out stories and all this here stuff that's gonna make you, make your little heart quiver for him and everything. Don't fall for it, baby. Don't fall for it. If you run across one that got sickle cell, try to think back to my videos. It might be him. It just might be. You know what I'm saying? But just be careful. And the women out here who don't mind stealing other people's men, baby, you ain't ran into a narc yet. Sometimes it ain't good to be just taking other people from them, or dealing. I ain't gonna say taking with them, because it take two to tango, and you can't take nothing nobody don't give you. So let me rephrase that. But you gotta be careful with who you be wanting, because you don't know what hell they going through in their household and what they dealing with. These people act on the outside, but inside they are a total different person. But as soon as you get in a relationship with them, now they done changed. Now they done turned into the devil, and you like, I don't know where you come from. Yeah, this the same person you was blowing up that girl phone for, or trying to start fights with this woman in the cafe about, and on Twitter and Facebook and stuff, want to argue with this woman about her man. And now you got him, and you can't deal with his demons. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. I saved my neighbor from getting caught up with the narc that I had, because it could be her sitting in this seat too. He could have been running her through the mud, and she married. Be careful who you taking money from. She sitting here taking money from him and letting her buy pizza and helping her with her kids and everything. You don't know this man over here setting you up, baby. He's setting you up because after he done did all that monetarily stuff for you, he looking for something in return. And you just didn't even know. I saved you. I saved you from this headache that I had. I could have been dirty and just let you go ahead and take him. Maybe you can have him. If you can get him, go ahead and take him. I could have. But she could have been sitting in this same spot. Sitting over there with a whole husband. Nerves wrecked because she don't know what he doing. He telling her this but doing this on the other side. Yeah. I saved her from that. Because I did confront her about it. I confronted both of them. He want to lie about it. She told the truth about it. But she had, both of them can lie about the situation if they wanted to, but I knew the truth because I know what I seen. But she went on ahead and told the truth about it. The narc wanted to continue lying. The proof was right there in his face and he still wanted to lie. So this is what you're going to have to deal with when you're dealing with a narc. I don't care if the proof is in their face, baby. They still not going to tell you the truth. They not going to tell you they was wrong. They ain't built like that. They ain't built like that. So whoever run across my narc after this, you know what I'm saying, is, hey, buckle up your seatbelt, baby. It's going to be a long ride. It's going to be a long ride. Whatever your weakness is, he going to figure it out. And he going to run it. He going to run it. Your weakness may not be the same weaknesses I have, but they'll figure out what your weakness is. And they will play on it. They sure will. So, you know, y'all be strong out there. Be safe. Pay attention to the red flags, y'all. We got to do better with paying attention to the red flags and ain't no just, you know, accepting no any and everything. Because it'll have us in jacked up situations like this. I'm telling y'all, I'm full-blown scared right now. Like, I don't know about relationships right now. Like, I do want a relationship or whatever, but I am not in no rush whatsoever because I'm telling you, people can lie right to your face. Tell you one thing and do a whole nother. That's why I say, even before, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to get to know these men better, but they always rushing. Before I know it, I'm turning around and the guys telling me they love me, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I was a fool to fall for it or whatever, but it just depends on where your state of mind at the time of these guys approaching you or whatever. And like I said, I was dealing with the internet heavy back then, so it, you know, it was easy to fall for the okie doke because just because you're over on the other end of the phone, you could be anybody you want to on the other side of the computer screen and the other side of that phone. I could be anybody I want to be. I could play with them just as well as they play with me, but I've always came with good intentions for everybody I've ran across. I've never came with ill intentions for anybody. And I just thought that, you know, people felt the same way I did. I thought that nobody wanted to come for me with ill intentions because that ain't the energy I'm throwing off. But when you have a sweet spirit, people also play on that. And you're an easy target because they're like, you know, you gonna see the best in me before you see the bad in me. And that was me. That's what had me messed up. I see the good in everybody. And then when they show me the bad, I still see the good in everybody. Now I'm seeing just what's in front of my eyes. I ain't making nothing up. I ain't taking nothing away. I'm going by what you showing me. That's it. That's final. So, you know, like I said, the narcissistic world is crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm telling you, you just gotta pay attention. They'll be sitting there selling you a whole lie, and you'll believe it because you don't know them. Who are you to say they're lying until you see otherwise? But once you see and they show you who they are, don't ignore it. Don't be like, oh well, you know, it was just this one time. Don't. No. Observe from a distance. If you still want to give it a chance, observe from a distance. Put some space in between y'all and see what goes down, and then make your judgment from them. That's the best I could say. But I do feel sorry for the women that are gonna be played with by him in the future. Hopefully they run across some of these videos, because I sure wish I ran across these videos before. You know what I'm saying? That way I could have at least nipped it in the bud, maybe at 2 years, because at a year it was still kind of, you know, flippy floppy. But if I would have ran across the videos, you know what I'm saying, I probably still would not have got it right then and there. But after it would have been in my eyesight for so long, I think I probably would have, you know, caught on or whatever. But it happened the way it happened, the way God expected, the way God planned it to happen. It happened just that way, because I eventually did get the lesson. It took me a long time, but I got the lesson, and I got it the way that I needed to get it. So that's all that matters. Now I'm over here just loving on myself and reflecting on me, what it is that Shalissa want, what it is Shalissa don't want. I'm working on Shalissa. I ain't worried about him. He can do what he doing. He can change. He ain't gotta change. If he want to change, that's great. I prayed for change. Ain't no more I can pray for, because I done set that prayer out there so many times. God say I ain't gotta keep blowing his ear up with that same prayer. He heard me the first time. So even if that prayer was for him to change, whether he was with me or not, the biggest thing that matters is that he changes. And I pray one day he does. I set that prayer up there. I ain't gotta pray no more. Not for that. Now my prayers for the people who comes after me. I pray they got they war suit on and ready to go, because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. And you may not walk out of it right away, and you may not walk out of it untouched, but you get out of it and you heal from it, you learn from it. I did, and I'm still learning, because I am not no narcissistic pro. Trust me, I'm not. I'm learning, and I'm just bringing back to y'all what I'm learning, to show y'all that I am doing my homework, and I'm showing myself approved on what it is that I just went through, because I'm taking y'all through my journey with me. So as I'm learning, if y'all know about it already, baby, that's fine. Maybe you need to send the video to somebody else. It is what it is. Do with it what you want with it. I'm just showing myself and showing y'all that I have learned some stuff being on the other side of the fence. When I was in it, I couldn't learn a whole lot, but I learned more than I thought I learned, because when I came over here to this side, I didn't know there was actual names for the things that I was making up names for. Come over here, there's word salad, there's flying monkeys, there's supply. I ain't know nothing about all that. I used to just call all his women a cycle of women. But in narcissistic world, it's called supply. So I had made up my own names, but didn't know that there was a real world out here dealing with what I was dealing with. So, you know what I'm saying? It is definitely good to run across somebody who's been through these things, and hopefully if you haven't been through these things and you've heard these videos, it can help you when you do finally do run across somebody like that. You can be like, this don't sound right. This sounds like something I heard in Shalisa's video. Now let me pump my brakes. Let me just see before I jump to conclusions. Let me just take a little rain check on things and just see where, you know, how it's gonna turn out. It's better safe than sorry. That's all I can say. Better safe than sorry. But that's all I wanted to tell y'all today, is that, yeah, I do feel sorry for the women who don't know what they're finna get themselves into dealing with the narc that I used to deal with. It wasn't easy. especially when I thought that he was loving me the same way I was loving him. It was all an act. So it was all a dream, put it like that. But y'all have a wonderful day. I love y'all. Grow something, fall in love with yourself, be productive, have a great weekend, because tomorrow is Friday. I do believe tomorrow is Friday. And so y'all have a great weekend. I love y'all. Mwah.